Guys, it's been a while. Want to give you a couple little updates on Bitcoin. We're going to look at the daily time frame first and kind of zoom out perspective. So with patterns, I'm not, a huge pattern trader, but I will use them to give me more probable based trade entries, right? So what we're in now is called an inverse head and shoulders. And what you're going to do is you're going to see your shoulder right here, and you're going to see your head right there, and then your shoulder, right? So it makes kind of a head and shoulders pattern, but we're inverse. So this is more bullish. Now, if you guys look, this is the neckline, this support line, which is also resistance at the moment. So you're looking for a retest of this support from Bitcoin, and then your measured move is going to be from the neckline down to the base. I like to go to the close of the candle. You can go to the wick, but a better, more accurate move is the close. You're going to go to the neckline, and your projected move, which just means a probability based move off of the pattern. Remember, price doesn't know it's trading in these patterns. They just, certain price accumulation forms these patterns, and they play out sometimes to certain percentages, right? So this is your measured move, which is up to the $74,000 to $75,000 range, right? So we already know above our last high, there's a ton of stop losses set right here. There's going to be a ton of stops right here and a ton of stops right here. So once those stops get triggered, it can cause price to kind of do this, right? So price might come up, retest support. Let's try this again. Retest support, and then boom. And what's going to happen is it'll tap all this liquidity and then dump. Typically, right? Because once all these sell orders and these short orders are set and these stop losses are triggered, it will price will kind of come to it'll come up to what's called a swing failure pattern, tap all this liquidity and then reverse. Right now, it doesn't always happen that way, but typically, when you have a ton of selling pressure and a lot of stops getting triggered, you're going to see a reversal, right? So we already know a lot of big money is selling up here because they're taking profits. So this is your measured move, and you already know liquidity is sitting up here. So you kind of take the probability of this pattern and give yourself more of an analysis to enter a long trade, right? So this is typically more of a bullish pattern. Now you're also in a bull flag. You could call it a falling wedge or a bull flag, depending on how you look at it. And you can know that this is pretty bullish, right? So we're going to look at Market Cipher, and what I'm going to show you guys is that money flow is still into the green. Now, yeah, it's tilted down a little right now, but it can always come back to the VWAP and then bounce for a big move, right? So if you go back and you see money flow right here, I want to show you guys something. So let's look at this. So back here, price came back down to the VWAP, but it was still going up. Price action was still going up. And look at this massive move up, right? I mean, you're looking at, once that VWAP got, tapped, you're looking at about, let's see here, let's go to the full range of this. You're looking at really almost an 80% move, 74% move. So just keep that in mind. Like, as long as money flow is still in the green, there's still a possibility for a pump. Now, I'm expecting price to come up here, tap liquidity, and then reverse. Now, it doesn't mean I don't think we're going to 85,000, 100,000, or whatever, but it takes time. So, yes, I'd say we're more bullish, but I would say be prepared for all the stops to get hit and a lot of sell orders to push price down to take advantage of a short trade. All right, so I'm going to go to the 15 minute. This is typically what I'll trade on is the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute. You really have to understand divergences, liquidity zones, major supports and resistances to trade on those lower time frames. But I feel like a happy medium for a day trader would be about the 15-minute chart, right? So if we zoom in, we are on support right now, on trendline support, okay? But your next retest level, if we pull from the low, let's get this back, the low to the high. So your retest, you already tested the golden pocket, okay? But your next level down, which is an order block, And the reason I know this is an order block, because anytime price consolidates like this, that is typically where order blocks are, right? Where there's a lot of buy or sell orders. So you're on an order block. You're also at the 786, one of the most common, Fibonacci retracements. So you know that this is a good place to buy. So 65.1, to 65,000 is a good area to look for an entry, even down to 64, honestly. We could drop, Bitcoin's so volatile, it can do anything, right? So I wouldn't be surprised. You can also have a swing failure pattern where Bitcoin comes down, stops. Because here's the thing, guys, I want to show you something. The exchanges know where your stops are, okay? So here's the last low. So they're going to come down here and stop you out. Or here, okay? Down here is a low. Okay? Down here is a low. Down here is a low. Obviously, these are not straight lines, but you get the point. So what I'm saying is exchanges know their stops under all these last lows or highs, right? They know this information. They can see it on their exchanges in the back end. So you have to be aware for good places to look for entries at all times. The market structure is always changing. So as a trader, you have to know what's going on and you have to really be paying attention. I will post charts and setups for you guys. I'm not sure if any of you are trading yet or just looking, but as we get this thing going, we'll do live sessions where I'm trading live on certain days, and you guys can practice. So I put my link to and referral for the exchange I'm using, MEXC. I believe I put it in the general chat, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to go to, let me see here. I'm going to go to the Discord real quick and see if you guys can contact me. We're still building this out. So let's see here. If you guys just go into support ticket, I believe that you can enter a message in here if you have any questions. Still trying to figure out logistics of our Discord, but you guys can see, we have general chat for anybody that wants to talk about Bitcoin or trading, all kinds of information in here. We have fundamental trading analysis videos. I'm going to be adding more to give you guys more just knowledge and information of how you can become a better trader and get started. We have our YouTube videos right here with the links, and this is our premium channel. So we have premium Bitcoin. We do altcoins. So, we're looking for good entries for you guys, more to accumulate, seasonally. And then I also show the dollar and how it's correlated to Bitcoin. Typically the dollar, when it pumps, Bitcoin dumps, tech stocks dump. When, the dollar dumps, Bitcoin and the tech stocks typically do the opposite and pump. So it's always good to know what's going on in there. And then, we have accumulation zones, altcoin accumulation zones, and then, we have gaming and all kinds of other things. So, we're building this out. We're trying to get just more information before we finish and, turn this into a membership. But take advantage, guys, of anything that's in here, and especially the Bitcoin plays. I tend to post, trade setups throughout the weeks to give you guys, a heads up. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening. I will, post more videos, more updates, more analysis, and tutorial videos for you guys as well. All right, have a good night, guys.